Step 2 of this model is take the other side. And that too, it's what it sounds like. In a conflict, in some kind of relationship issue, roughly speaking, it's getting into the other person's shoes. Trying to, I mean, there's so many different ways to do it, but it's, in a sense, it could be like trying to understand, where is this other person, where's this other group coming from? Yeah? To try to understand their point of view, their position, their interests, needs, feelings, etc. Yeah? And there's different ways to do it. Like there can be, you might want to inquire, ask questions. I don't really understand yet why you're so upset. You know, let me try to find out why. Yeah, that's one way to take the other person's side. Yeah. Another way is to imagine, even for a minute, or like in the folk wisdom, walk a mile in the other's shoes. Take that mile and say, wow, I'm really struggling to understand you in this situation or this other group. Imagine, because that's really the power here suggested in this thing about walking a mile in the other's shoes. You're not the other person exactly, but maybe, even if I imagine, I start to get some insight. Or, let's say I get it completely wrong, but it's the gesture of trying to really get into your shoes that starts to actually shift the tone of the conflict. Yeah? So, to me, the attitude with which one exercises these steps, for example, step 2 is really important. Because I've seen people take the other side from a really manipulative, sneaky point of view. I'm going to take the other side so I can therefore criticize you. It doesn't usually work. So, here's the thing. Going back to the levels of reality, consensus reality, for the most part in consensus reality, I think there's a strong correlation between taking your own side and consensus reality, because I think in consensus reality, that is like the main thing that occurs to us. It's like, I'm going to stand up for my own point of view here. Yeah? But if we think about dreamland and the realm where, in last night I was having this dream that I was being chased by a tiger. Okay, yeah, I identify with Bill in the dream, but maybe because of the nature of dreaming, I'm also a little bit that tiger that was doing the chasing. So in consensus reality, you are you and I am me. But in dreamland, maybe I am also a little bit you. And maybe in terms of if thinking about conflict resolution, maybe that's a little bit helpful. Because if I just stay on this side, that might be important for a while. But maybe there comes a time where actually it naturally occurs, or I start to inquire, well, maybe I am a little bit like Adria, or maybe it will help me to know, oh, maybe that is where you're coming from. Taking the other side, maybe also associated with the dreamland level. And it's one of the things I think that can really be a powerful diversity awareness tool, conflict resolution tool. We're going to go into another way to think about it is role switching. We have been in the roles of yes, and I've been in the role of no, but now at this point, let's experiment with switching roles so I know a little bit more about the yes and you know a little bit more about the no. Yeah? It's related. Can you follow that? Does it make some sense? It's an art, and it's something that's simple. Yeah, get into the other person's shoes. But in the heat of the moment, when you're really hurt, you're really pissed off, it's not so easy to do. Yeah? And it can be a really powerful conflict resolution, relationship enhancement practice. If I was going to recommend one kind of takeaway, I think it's the practice of taking the other side, role switching. I think it's just, there's so much possibility in terms of like understanding, reducing polarized conflict, reducing it but also resolving it, because it's not just a mechanical resolution, it's a resolution that happens because I know, I understand, and maybe you also understand a little bit more where the other's coming from. So it's powerful in that way. And if we're thinking about diversity, not only do I know my own side, for example, from taking my own side, but because of role switching, because I've been taking the other side, Now I know a little bit more of the diversity that you represent. Yeah? So it's a powerful diversity awareness building practice. Taking the other side, role switching. And frankly, kind of playing around in the realm of dreaming. Go more into that. Third step. Is taking the neutral or witnessing side. And basically what this means, whether you're a facilitator, whether you're involved in the conflict yourself, is somehow, when you can, and sometimes it happens spontaneously, stepping back a little bit from the situation and just noticing what you notice. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been so caught up in this